Let's speak now to Helen Murray, a cancer rehabilitation specialist at the Move charity. Helen, great to have you on the programme this morning. You will understand better than anyone, I suspect, that COVID-19 has had a significant impact on cancer care, cancer services. Just give us an idea of what it is that you do yourself and how that has been changed, expanded by the pandemic.
So I work for Move charity as a cancer and exercise rehabilitation specialist. So what we do is encourage people to move more against cancer, whether that's through our online program that supports young people between 13 and 30, whether that's through workshops or whether that is through the 5K Your Way initiative, which is linked to Park Run. And specifically, if I speak about our online program that supports 13 to 30-year-olds, we're a tiny charity, yet we've seen such a huge increase in referrals to us because a lot of the services that young people might normally be able to access just haven't been available. So whether that's physiotherapy or just whether there are support groups that aren't there. And so we've been a bit of a lifeline, to be honest, for quite a lot of young people living with cancer.
Yeah, I can imagine, because the thing that only struck me when reading up on this story last night is, of course, cancer affects your body. It affects the way that your body performs. And whilst I'm sure that plenty of people who are in that kind of recovery phase want to be exercising, actually, they need someone like you to be able to help them to do it, to tell them what they can and they can't do.
Absolutely. I think for a lot of, and again, I'm going to talk about young people, but this can relate to anybody affected by cancer. Suddenly their body has completely changed, and whether they were active before their diagnosis or not, it's then that, they've lost so much confidence in what they can do, what they can't do. Let's say someone was a really good runner before, and then they have this diagnosis and their body is left completely different. Their strength is gone, their fitness is gone. And they're like, where do I even begin? How do I get back to activity, to fitness, let alone being able to run again, for example? And that's why Move charity was set up. And yeah, the impact that we have, it really does change lives. And the impact of keeping active and moving more, it does go on to reduce things like stress and anxiety and really helps to build confidence as well.
It is wonderful work, and I'm glad that we're able to shine something of a small spotlight on it this morning, Helen. But I wonder as well, of course, you will be speaking to these people as well as giving them the instructions on what to be doing. And we know today from Macmillan that the cancer diagnosis and the people that are dealing with cancer at the moment, plus COVID-19, there is a huge impact on mental health and mental well-being, isn't there?
Oh, massively. It's unbelievable. I mean, can you firstly imagine being diagnosed with cancer and your world is thrown upside down? Then imagine if we go back to earlier on in 2020, you're told to shield, you're told that you can't leave your house. And then if you were going through or are going through treatment, you're alone in hospital. You can't have anyone with you. I remember speaking to a young mum of 2 who faced a 3-hour round trip to chemotherapy and had to sit in the car park and wait because she wasn't allowed in the waiting room. And it's stories like that you just can't get your head around. And you and I, we haven't been through this directly. So, yeah, the impact of COVID it's just extraordinary. And I think that the role that we have in helping people to focus on what they can do and really do try to encourage them to stay active, because okay, it's not going to solve everything, but it can certainly help to alleviate some of those stress and anxieties.
Well, Helen, thank you for all, and indeed you and your colleagues at Move Charity do. Helen Murray, thanks very much for being on the programme. And if you want to know more about the charity, it was concealed under the screen there, movecharity.com. Time for us to check.